Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Sunday, September 3rd, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Seattle Mariners vs New York Mets. I'll back the hotter team that is the Mariners. Seattle has emerged onto the scene as a serious contender. Things are finally panning out as they should, and the Mariners are gunning for an AL West title. As of this writing, Saturday afternoon, the M's are 7-3 in their last 10 games and reside in first place in the division. However, they're also tied with Houston for the divisional lead, and Texas is just 1.0 games off the pace. George Kirby gets the nod in the series finale, and he'll be gearing up to make his 26th start of the 2023 campaign. The right-hander comes into this one at 10-8 and owns a 3.28 ERA and 1.03 WHIP. Most recently, he faced the White Sox and limited them to 3 earned runs on 8 hits over 5.2 innings. Kirby struck out 9, but took a no decision in the 5-4 extra innings loss. The offense has been a bit of an issue for Seattle this season, as they're just 11th overall in runs scored, 641. I guess I should say that there is definitely room for improvement if the Mariners are serious about making a run. They're just 19th in team batting average, .244, and 14th in ops, .742. Individually, Julio Rodriguez has propelled the unit as he leads the way in average, .288, and RBI, 87. Cal Raleigh has supplied the power with 25 big flies. Our total pick is under in this getaway day clash in the Big Apple. While I think the M's get to Megill for several runs, I am still going to lock in the under in this game. Megill has been a serviceable option at Citi Field this year, where he owns a 3.27 ERA, and opponents are hitting just .244 against him. On the flip side, Seattle is an organization built on great arms. That carries over to the bullpen where the Mariners are 2nd overall in ERA, 3.42, and 10th in WHIP, 1.26. They've also allowed just 44 home runs in relief, which is the 2nd lowest in the MLB. Considering the Mets are just 25th in team batting average, .237, and 18th ops, .718, Seattle's pitching staff should mow them down. Boston Red Sox vs Kansas City Royals. Bet the run line, -1.5, and take the Red Sox. And here is why. Chris Sale is expected to start for the Red Sox. He went 4.2 innings and gave up 7 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned runs, and struck out 6 in a no decision in his last start against the Houston Astros. On the season, he has a record of 5-3 with a 4.75 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, and a 96/21 KBB ratio in 15 starts. Opposing batters are hitting .239 against Sale. Boston's offense has been very good this season. They are top 10 in the league in runs, hits, RBIs, strikeouts, batting average, OBP, SLG, and ops. The Red Sox pitching staff has been average this season. They are around the middle of the league in ERA, runs allowed, strikeouts, and WHIP. Boston's pitching is not overwhelming, but they have done a decent job. The Red Sox are 2nd last in a very tough AL East. Boston is slipping in the wild card race, and it will be challenging for them to make the playoffs. Boston's offensive performance this season has been highly impressive, ranking among the top 10 in the league in various categories, such as runs, hits, RBIs, strikeouts, batting average, OBP, SLG, and ops. This puts the Red Sox in an advantageous position for their upcoming matchup against Zack Greinke. Greinke's stats tell a story of struggle, with a 1-13 record, a 5.28 ERA, a 1.27 WHIP, and an 80/17 KBB ratio in 23 starts and 24 appearances. Batters facing Greinke have managed a .284 batting average against him. Given these circumstances, it's highly likely that Boston's offense will have a strong performance against Greinke, leading to a victory for the Red Sox, with a margin of 2 or more runs. Take the over, 8.5 runs. On the season, Zack Greinke has a 5.28 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, and an 80/17 KBB ratio in 23 starts and 24 appearances. Opposing batters are hitting .284 against Greinke. Boston's offense has been very good this season. They are top 10 in the league in runs, hits, RBIs, strikeouts, batting average, OBP, SLG, and ops. This is a very difficult matchup for Greinke against Boston. The Red Sox will pile on the runs and the over will hit in this meeting. Detroit Tigers vs Chicago White Sox. Go with Chicago to cover the money line. The White Sox didn't play well over the past week, and they split their last 6 games. They will try to turn things around with a win over the Tigers, which will give them their 4th win in their last 7 games. Chicago is averaging 4.15 runs per game. Their .241 batting average is 21st in the league. Their .296 on base percentage is 30th, while their .392 slugging percentage is 24th. Andrew Benintendi leads the White Sox with a .274 batting average, while Luis Robert Jr. leads the team with 35 home runs and 71 RBI. Chicago's pitching hasn't been good, with the team giving up 5.16 runs per game. Opponents have a .248 batting average against the White Sox, which is 18th in the league. Their 4.86 ERA is 26th, while their 1.41 WHIP is 25th. In his last start, Kopech gave up 7 hits and 4 runs in 4 innings, leading to a 9-0 loss to Baltimore. They will need a better performance from him if they want to get the win. The Tigers have lost 5 of their last 7 games. They aren't playing well offensively and scored 10 runs in their last 3 games. Their offensive struggles will continue in this game because they don't hit the ball well against right-handers, and Kopech has done a good job on the mound in recent starts, giving up 4 runs in his last 2 starts. He gave up 2 runs in his last 2 starts against the Tigers and will keep their offense in check once again. The White Sox split their last 6 games. They are playing well offensively and scored 15 runs in their last 3 games. Expect them to play well offensively in this game because they've hit the ball well against left-handers, and Skubal has struggled on the mound in recent starts, giving up 13 runs in his last 4 starts. He gave up 12 runs in his last 3 starts against the White Sox, and with Detroit's bullpen struggling, they will have a hard time slowing down the White Sox in this game. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs. And here is why. The Tigers are playing well at the moment, and they've won 2 of their last 3 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the White Sox, which will give them their 3rd win in their last 4 games. Detroit is averaging 3.93 runs per game. Their .233 batting average is 28th in the league. Their .300 on base percentage is also 28th, while their .377 slugging percentage is 29th. Matt Vierling leads the Tigers with a .260 batting average, while Spencer Torkelson leads the team with 24 home runs and 69 RBI. Detroit's pitching hasn't been good, with the team giving up 4.84 runs per game. Opponents have a .247 batting average against the Tigers, which is 17th in the league. Their 4.50 ERA is 20th, while their 1.28 WHIP is 16th. In his last start, Skubal gave up 4 hits and 3 runs in 6 innings, leading to a 4-2 loss to the Yankees. They will need a better effort from him if they want to win this game. The Tigers are averaging 3.93 runs per game and 3.95 runs per game on the road. They average 2.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the White Sox. With Chicago giving up 5.05 runs per game at home, the Tigers will go over their average in this game. The White Sox are averaging 4.15 runs per game and 4.05 runs per game at home. They average 3.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Tigers. With Detroit giving up 4.30 runs per game on the road, the White Sox will score enough runs to push the score over the total.